Welcome back to my channel. Today is my February currently inked. I am using my Hobonichi notebook with the Tomoe River paper. I have had this notebook for a couple years, so this is the old Tomoe River paper. And here is where I'll be doing my currently inked. I use a ink muddler right here to do the swatching. And then I tried, the stamps are from Felicity's Attic. I decided to add this one here that's also from her stamps to try to see if I like that organization a little bit better. And then, yeah, so what I do is I basically do all my inks, if this is your first time here, and I swatch them and write them what they are. And then I go through, for instance, this is a stamp I used last month. But then I go through and I do an ink swatch of each one using a sandwich bag. And yeah, and that's what I do for my currently inked. It's a lot of fun and actually really easy cleanup. So let's get started. Okay, up first, I am using Monteverde Moonstone. And this is probably one of my favorite inks. And this month I just kind of wanted to use some of my favorite inks that I enjoy writing with. Oh, that was a lot of ink. As well as some ones that I haven't used. So that one is first, and this one I have inked up in my Esterbrook SD in Winter White. And this one has, let's see, a fine nib on it. Oh, got ink on the nib. So this one has a fine nib. So let's see if I can write small enough in here. Let's see, the pen is, oh, wow, spelling. And the nib is a fine nib, and the ink is Monteverde Moonstone. Yeah. All right. Up next, we have Van Dieman's. I'm wondering if I should move this just a hair up. Let's see if that works. Okay, Van Dieman, and this is Bunches of Roses, and this is just a standard ink like Moonstone was. I wonder if I'm going to try this instead to see if I get a little bit less ink, a little bit more controlled. Such a pretty red. And this is my Kakimori steel nib with my River City Penco nib holder. Hopefully the lighting is okay. And this one I have inked up in my my Platinum 3776 in burgundy. And this has a fine nib on it as well. Let's see, ink is Van Dieman's Bunches of Roses. All right, next up we have another Van Dieman's ink, and this one is called Love Potion, and this is a shimmer. It's got that really pretty pink and gold shimmer in there. give that a little shake to get the shimmer going. And this one I have inked up with my Zodiac Pen Company in the Cancer model, and the blank is Inca Rose, and it's got like these really pretty gold and pink and lighter pinks. So pretty. And this one actually has a new nib on it that I just got. The reason why my currently inked is a little bit later this month is because I ordered a couple pens from Pen Realm and had some grinds put on them. So I've got, this one is in a medium nib in the Yovo number 6. And this one is Cursive Smooth Italic, which is my favorite grind. And so I was excited to get this. Okay, let's see. The pen is, I'm just going to initial Zodiac Pen Company. Cancer model in Inca Rose. And this has a Cursive Smooth Italic medium. And the ink is Van Dieman's Love Potion. And this is the first time I'm actually inking up both these inks. I got their Valentine bundle last year, and I don't think I've actually inked them up. I played with them and swatched them and stuff like that, but I've never actually, I don't think I've used them in a pen. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, I have another one of my favorite inks, which is Diamine, their Shimmer-tastic, which is Cocoa Shimmer. And that's got a really pretty, I don't know if you can see the gold coppery shimmer in that. Oh, you know what? I don't think I agitated that when I wrote with that, but that's okay. I have to do that in the big swatches. Love this brown. And I've got my water off to the side as well. And this one I have inked up in my TWSBI Eco, and this is the Serpentine and Bronze pen. I love this one. I don't know if you can kind of see the green and the black. I'm gonna agitate this a little bit. Get that shimmer moving. And this is a fine nib. Is it Serpentine? Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause the video for a minute. Okay, where was I? TWSBI Eco. Serpentine Bronze. And the nib is a fine. And the ink is Diamine. Cocoa Shimmer. It's such a great brown. Okay. Next up, we have another one of my favorite inks. Let me see, let me move you just a hair. Okay. Next up, we have Pilot Iroshizuku Kiri-Same. And this is a beautiful gray ink. It is one of my favorites by them. it almost has like a purple undertone, but I just think it's a beautiful gray. Okay, and that one I have inked up in my TWSBI Diamond 580. This is an ALR model in the nickel gray. And this has a, what does this have on there? An extra fine nib. Okay, so we have TWSBI Diamond 580 in nickel gray, and the nib is a fine, and the ink is Pilot Shizuku Kiri-Same. Here we go. All right, next up we have this is by Ink Mazeru. I don't know how to spell pronounce it. It's Mazeru. And this I got from M Lovewell. It's a shop, and it's called Sweet Treat. This ink is a little dry. I love the color of it, but it's a little dry, so I did have to add some white lightning into it, just the smallest amount, because you know that stuff is crazy. Oh, I love this color. It's just this beautiful dusty pink. And I have this inked up in my Pilot Kakuno, and this is the Mazeru one in the colorway of pink. Okay, we've got wow, I just lost my thought. My Pilot Kakuno Mazeru pink, and this one I have in a fine nib, which is my favorite, and the ink is by I'm gonna put M Lovewell down here because that's where I bought it from, and I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. And this one is called Sweet Treat. And again, this is kind of a dry ink, but I put, like I said, a little bit of white lightning in it, and it just flows so beautiful now. All right, next up, sorry for the lighting. I'm next to a window that's over here, and it's kind of keeps going in and out, and the sun is kind of behind me now. Okay, next up, we have got ink from the 2025 Inkfint calendar from Diamine. This is Celestial Skies, and this is a shimmer, and it's got like this green kind of shimmer to it. It's pretty. It's a blue ink with green shimmer, so it almost makes it look like teal, which is really pretty. Okay, let's get that a little bit of a shake. Had a bubble there. Oh, what a beautiful ink. It's very pigmented. Okay, and this one I have inked up in my Opus 88 Mini, and this one is in the Celestial model. I love this little pen. Okay, and this one also has a fine nib. Let's see if I can right at the end of the book. Let's see, we've got this 88 mini, and this is Celestial. I figured a fitting pin for this ink, and this is a fine nib, and the ink is Diamine Celestial Skies. All right. And last, but certainly not least, which I have to move way up here, is another one of my favorite inks. This is such a great ink. But this one is by Amario Stationery, and it is the Toasty Joggers. This is probably, I have all 4 of his inks. I think he came out with some more, but the 4 I have, this one is for sure my favorite. And it's such a, it's so lovely to write with. That away. And this one I have inked up in my Esterbrook Esty in tortoise shell. Or is it just tortoise? I think it just might be called tortoise. Yeah. And this one, I have another Kirk-Spear Pen Realm nib. And this one is also a Cursive Smooth Italic, but I got it in the fine. So this is a fine nib with a Cursive Smooth Italic grind on it. Okay. We've got, oh, this is my favorite. Esterbrook Esty. Tortoise. And this one is a Cursive Smooth Italic fine. And the ink is Amario Stationery. And this is Toasty Joggers. Oh, I just love this. I'm really, really loving this combo. It's the one I tend to grab for the most. And so at least I have been for the last week now. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm going to let these dry, and then we are going to come back and do the large ink swatches. Okay, we are ready for our big swatches. And before we get started, I wanted to say the 2 nib grinds that I got from Kirk-Spear, with that purchase, I also was able to pick a free ink, like a free small bottle of backpack ink. And I kind of wanted to show you what that was. So the one I chose was Berlin Brown, and it's got like this beautiful, not sure if you can see that, but it's like this beautiful brown, kind of has some red undertones, some black haloing and shading. Just a really pretty ink. I've never tried this ink before, so I was pleasantly surprised. But anyway, here's my page for the nib grind for the cursive smooth italic in the medium, in the fine, and then the ink that I picked. Yeah. And then if you do order anything from Kirk-Spear, or you want to, I'll just give you his details. So here's his card right there. And they're wonderful to work with. And then here's the 2 grinds that I got, if anyone was interested. So there's that. And then, of course, he sends you a cool little wolf head, nib head sticker, which I absolutely love this. This is probably my favorite logo. Okay, so back to inking. Okay, so we will do our big swatches. And I just have a, what you call it? Wow, my brain is not working this morning. Anyway, if you're in the pen community, you know what that paper is. Ink blotter paper, that's what it is. Dang it. Okay, so let's start on this side. Put some of this really pretty ink down. And again, I'm just using the end of my ink muddler to drop some ink down. And then I get my little sandwich bag and we swirl it around. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then where's my pen? Okay. And this is in my Esterbrook SD. Oh, look at me getting ink all over myself. And this is like a, I want to say it's like a grayish brown. Like on some papers it looks more gray. On other papers it looks more brown, but when you put it down it looks brown, but then it kind of dries to like this grayish brown, if you can see that over here. Okay, do I do the name first or do I do the ink? So I do the ink first. Okay. Hopefully it stays in focus with my hand in there. We've got Monteverde, Moonstone, and this is in my Esterbrook SD, and this is in the Winter White with a fine nib. All right, that is ink pairing number 1. Okay, ink pairing number 2. We've got the Van Dieman's Bunches of Roses. Which is this beautiful red. Right, and this is in my Platinum 3776. Hopefully that dries. Let me grab a little paper towel and blot that so I don't get it, smear it. Okay, this is Van Dieman's Bunches of Roses. This is in my Platinum 3776. Burgundy, and this is in a fine nib. And there is ink pairing number 2. Okay, ink pairing number 3 is the other Van Dieman's ink, and this one is Love Potion, which is pretty pink. I think I need to wipe this bag off a little bit more. It still had some residue of the red. About that. Oh, still, I need to get a new one. Might be time for a new baggie, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, and this one is inked up in my Zodiac Pen Company Cancer model. Look at that I don't know if you can see that, that shimmer in the pink. It kind of, I think it's a good match for that, but this is in the Inca Rose blank, and this one has the Cursive Smooth Italic, ooh, what is that? Cursive Smooth Italic grind on it. So we have Van Dieman's, Love Potion, and this one is, I lost my mind for a minute, Zodiac, Pen Company, in the Cancer model, and this one is Inca Rose, Cursive Smooth Italic Medium. Okay, I thought I was going to have enough for 4, but I might just only be able to fit 3. I can probably squeeze one in over there. There you go. Okay, number 4, we have Diamine Cocoa Shimmer. We don't make a mess of this, but if we do, that's okay too. I'll make sure we get all the properties. Ooh, sticky paper there. Okay, and this one we have in the TWSBI Eco Serpentine Bronze. And get that shimmer moving a little bit. Oh, I keep like losing sun, getting sun. Oh, what a beautiful brown. Okay, this one is Diamine. Cocoa. Cocoa Shimmer in the TWSBI Eco Serpentine Bronze. And this one has a fine. Wait, is this a fine or an extra fine? I believe it was a fine. Yeah, fine. Okay. I don't want to really put it on there, but there you go, and that's number 4. Okay, number 5, we have the Pilot Iroshizuku Kiri-Same. And we will start over here. I put a little too much down. It's sticking. I forget how lubricated this ink is. Okay, and this one, oh, knocking stuff over, is in my TWSBI Diamond 580 in the nickel gray. So we have Pilot Iroshizuku. This is Sunny. Twisby, Diamond 580. And this is in, ooh, nickel gray. Oh my goodness gracious, Priscilla, spelling. And this one is extra fine. And that is pairing number 5. Okay, number 6. We have ink Mazeru Sweet Treat. I really should Google it and find out how you pronounce that. I think my sandwich bag's life is at its end. Okay, and this one is in my Kakanu pen in the Mazeru. So let's see, we've got Sweet Treat. Okay, and there's ink pairing number 6. Okay, ink pairing number 7 is the Celestial Skies by Diamine. This is a really pigmented ink as well. If I can get some of that shimmer in there. Okay. Oh wow, that's super pigmented. Trying to wipe it off over in here, it's just kind of smearing. Okay, I might have to wash that a little bit. Okay, and this is in my Opus 88 Celestial Skies. Isn't that such a beautiful blue? I'm not normally pulled to blues. Okay, we have Diamine, Celestial Skies, in my Opus 88 Mini. And this one is Celestial. This one has a fine nib. There we go. And that is ink pairing number 7. Okay, last ink, definitely not the least though, is my Amario Toasty Joggers. Down. Get our bag here. Okay, and we have this in the Esterbrook SD Tortoise. And this one has the fine cursive smooth italic. Okay, we have Amario Stationery. And this is Toasty Joggers. Esterbrook SD. And this is in the Tortoise. And this one has a cursive smooth italic. The fine cursive smooth italic. And there is number 8. All right. I am going to let these dry, and then we will come back and we will do a full flip through of all of them. Okay, we are back. All the ink has dried, and here is the all 8 that I have inked up. And let's look at the big swatches. So here we go. We have Moonstone, which is this beautiful brown. Has some gray undertones to it, and you can see the dark haloing. And then we've got Van Dieman's Bunches of Roses. You can see it has kind of this, it's not a sheen. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a sheen, but it's like a halo. And it's like this dark, I would say it's more of a brown than a black, but you kind of see it has like somewhat of a greenish tone to it. But anyway, it's just a beautiful, you can't see it in the writing just because I have such a fine nib on it. And so it's just kind of like a solid red, but it's pretty. And then we've got Van Dieman's Love Potion. Look at that beautiful shimmer. It's almost like an iridescent shimmer. You can see different colors in it, but I guess on camera you can kind of just see that it's a silvery pink. Yeah. And then we've got Cocoa Shimmer, which there is the shimmer on that one over there. Can't really see it too much in the writing, but that's okay because I've got a fine nib. And then we've got Pilot Iroshizuku, Kiri-Same. And then we've got Sweet Treat, which is this beautiful dusty pink. And then we've got Celestial Skies, which is this beautiful blue with a green kind of goldy shimmer. And it also has kind of like a red haloing, like a, I don't know if you can see it around the around the shimmer. But yeah, such a beautiful ink. And then we've got Toasty Joggers. Let's see, I think I only have 2 shimmers inked this month, maybe 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 shimmers this month. So it's not bad, but yeah, there are the colors. And then here are them all in my small swatches. Get the sun catching on some of that shimmer. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these. I tend to be grabbing towards all of them at some point, but the ones I've been grabbing for the most, I would say, is for sure Toasty Joggers. That's the one probably is the one I grab for absolutely the most. Nickel Gray is another one. I'm also using this one in my 5-year journal. Oh, I got so much ink on me. And let's see, what's the other one I'm grabbing for a lot? These 2 for sure I'm grabbing for a lot. I really am enjoying this one as well. The rest of them I'm kind of grabbing for around the same amount. And the Mazeru would probably be the next one I'm grabbing for the most. But yeah, so there is my February currently inked. Let's put our pens next to each one as we do. Oh, is that the OCD in me where I have to have all the clips going the right way? This side of the book is getting so puffy because I'm near the end of it. Oh. Okay. And then we'll just set you there. There we go. There's my February currently inked. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you have a favorite? Do you have any of these inks or pens? Have you had a custom grind by Kirkspear from Pen Realm? Let me know. And I will leave some of the links down below for the stamps that I used, as well as Kirkspear. I'll put his down below as well if I'm able to. All right, there we go. Thanks for watching and have a great day.